What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do an all my love reading for the sign of Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, you guys are first during the Group 3 zodiac lineup. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal, so take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so I want to start off with your pre-read a little bit, okay? Um, got a few messages while I was shuffling the Island Time Wellness deck. Two cards that stood out the most to me were the Grim Reaper and the Hammer, okay? So between those two is usually talking about, the Hammer being a little bit more hard and maybe in your words as of lately. Not in the sense of, again, it's like not in the sense of not taking no for an answer type of vibe, but just expanding or explaining yourself a little bit more, being passionate, if you will. And the Grim Reaper kind of talked about, a connection being over, but I don't feel that that is the case. I don't think it's about your relationship being over. I think it's about your relationship going into a new phase based off of your leadership, okay? In it, okay? So something that I feel you and your partner may be going through, Sagittarius, is the sense of maybe getting you to expand on things more as far as explanation for things, such as a particular situation may be going on between you and your partner where it requires the two of you to kind of compromise, if you will. However, your partner kind of needs you to elaborate on why you want something for some reason, okay? It could be a purchase. It could be something simple as far as like, not really, I'm not feeling a vacation, but just simple, regular pleasantries of the relationship, okay? And so, expand on your reasoning for certain things, okay? If it has to do with, because that kind of falls into the place of your person trusting you, because it's like you piecemeal information instead of just letting it all out on the table, okay? And so that's kind of like your pre-read. It's kind of choppy, sorry for that, but that's kind of how the messages kind of came through during your pre-read while I was sitting in Sagittarius Collective's energy, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into the reading. I'm going to reshuffle just lightly. I'm not going to do a hard shuffle for you guys. I'm just going to just lightly shuffle for Sagittarius to prepare for y'all's reading. We'll pull 3 cards, as you guys already know. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Truly appreciate everyone's patronage. But if you are new and you are digging the vibes here, feel free to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that way you can be notified when I drop another reading for your sign, okay? So, light shuffling here. And I'm going to go ahead and still cut by 3s. And we'll go ahead and get started for you guys. We're going to talk about where your energy is with this top card. The bottom card is in reference to the energy of the situation and or person, okay? And then one energetically from the middle, which I think I'm going to go for this one, which is the energy between you and the situation and or person, okay? Pretty much what you want to possibly happen, or maybe what your person and or situation wants to happen, okay? So let's go ahead and see what you have, Sagittarius. You have friendliness for where your energy is. the energy of the situation in a person is humility. Okay, humility. That is a totally new energy. Friendliness, I think I've seen come up in these readings before, but humility, definitely a new one. Okay, so anytime when I see a new card, I automatically, that speaks to new energy on the channel, or it could be new energy that's happening within the collective. Okay, as I hope everyone is becoming a better version of themselves than they were yesterday when they're on this channel. Okay, so let's see what the end result is as far as what is the energy combining these two, your energy and the energy of the situation and or person, which is patience. Okay, patience. Okay, patience automatically gives me the vibes of temperance. Okay, in regular writer's way. Okay, so some really good energy here. Okay, so let's start off with you guys, Sagittarius, your energy in friendliness. It says here you are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. Okay, you are able to recognize traits in common with another in order to forge love-based connections. Friendliness. Okay, so whatever you do, your person does too, okay? Or vice versa, okay? Whatever the situation is. But it's something that you can both laugh at with each other. It's almost like giving each other a taste of your own medicine, okay? So it's in a friendly sense, it's not in a very aggressive way, it's in a friendly way, okay? Because it's familiar, okay? And as long as you can also take accountability and know that you do the same things as your person does, but maybe you do it differently, okay, than they do. Again, like I said at the beginning, having the ability to kind of expand or explain why you want to do certain things a certain way. It's like multiple questions have to be asked when you could just give all the information and answer the questions, right then and there. Okay. So, and I don't know why, it's like I kind of feel the energy of like the mocking game. Like, are you mocking me? And then you both say it at the same time together. Okay. So, that it's very cute. It's very cute energy. And it's very friendly energy. That is where you are. Okay. So, I don't have anything to say as far as like helping with that. Okay, if that's what you do, that's what you do. But at sometimes your person maybe wants you to be a little bit serious at times or not joke around all the time. Okay, so let's get into this humility because I feel like that kind of plays with this. Okay, and that energy. The energy of the situation or person is humility. Okay, which says you have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Okay? You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are the same, but on different paths. Okay? So, humility. So, it's a beautiful thing to be able to know that we are all human. Okay, we are all having a human experience, if you will. Okay, but everyone is not on the same path. Okay, and so like I said, that bit of differentiation between the two of you in the sense of you can be playful, but when it's time to be serious, it's time to be serious. Okay, and understand that not all the time is joking around. Okay, maybe you use humor to get out of serious situations, possibly. And sometimes it's the right time, and other times it's not. Okay, especially if it's something that's been kind of bothering your partner a lot. Okay, or vice versa. Okay, let's get into the energy between the two of you being patience. Okay, patience. Patience says you are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Okay? You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Okay, so having patience. Someone is having to have patience, maybe in the sense of, again, some form of past trauma, or toxic energy, maybe from a previous relationship. Okay, maybe whatever trait you have became, or originated from a toxic relationship. Okay, um, take the time to kind of observe your current relationship and how your partner is different in a positive light from your ex. Okay, so that way you can see that you don't have to do that anymore. Okay, you don't have to, maybe your last person took things too seriously. Um, while this person, is very lighthearted, and is able to, make light of a situation, doesn't always have to be necessary. Okay. And so, or it could be the reverse. You're too serious and your person is more humorous. And so you wish they would be more serious sometimes. And maybe that's something that you're pulling from previous relationships. There's nothing wrong with having a little lighthearted fun or conversation, and you're just trying to have patience with it because maybe you already know that, already, and so it's kind of taking you some time to transform into getting used to that. Okay, or the other way around. Again, getting where you fit in. Okay, so let's get into what is Sagittarius focused on right now when it comes to this connection. Okay, little light shuffling here as well, and then we'll go by threes. Okay, and just remember, you guys, the energy does flow through this reading in the sense of Sagittarius sun signs. However, if someone has another sign in there, if they're another sign and they have Sagittarius in their chart, they are probably mixed in with your energy, sun signs. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut by threes. And we're going to do the same thing. Now we're going to pull two cards here, one from the top and one from the bottom. You can take both of these messages for yourself, or you can put them both towards the situation and or person. Okay, however they resonate for you. The first card and first message is Mask. Okay, I will have to say that Mask, this is not the first time it's came out. This is about maybe the second or third time. It came out, I believe, during Group 2's readings. Just can't really remember whose it was for. Okay, and I think it came out twice during that group. Could have also came out in Group 1, but it's came out recently. Okay, Mask says not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. Okay, and so someone could be, not purposely, not in a bad way, but just trying to hide how they truly feel, in regards to the situationship that's going on here. Okay, and so not showing true feelings. Okay, like I said, in that sense of the beginning of not really expanding on what it is that you want, out of the other person, is withholding feelings. Okay, that is the biggest thing that I'm really kind of guided to the most with this card, is the not showing true feelings. Okay, next message is seduction. Okay, seduction which is new energy. Okay, new energy alert. Again, welcome to the channel. Truly appreciate your patronage. So, seduction, we have this woman on a desk and a man in a chair. Okay, it says attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third party interference. Okay, I don't feel so much about the third party interference. I'm more so looking at attraction, temptation, and flirting is kind of more so the vibe on this card that's kind of pulling my attention. Okay. And so maybe for some of you, this may be a total part of the reading. For some, it's not going to be for everybody. If the first row was more so you, then that's it and leave the rest. Okay. If you're still here, thank you for riding with me until the end. Seduction, obviously, there's some form of attraction going on, maybe a temptation in the workplace, if you will. Okay. And so maybe it's obvious, maybe it's not. But there's some form of seduction going on here, flirting, that could lead to a potential hooking up. Again, I'm not trying to, pose anything, but in the workplace, it can get a little dicey, okay? If you work somewhere that, is very high regard, they may frown upon it as far as fraternizing in the workplace, okay? You can only keep it, under wraps for but so long, okay? So kind of be mindful is all I'm going to say, okay? Check your work policy against when it comes to relationships in the office and kind of go from there, okay? That's all I can suggest to you, okay? But it's definitely can get a little dicey. I have been there, done that, and it was kind of crazy, okay? Something happened with that person. As far as legality wise, they were stealing. I had nothing to do with it, but I had no idea about it until after the fact. And so thankfully I went got another job, and that was that. It was a hellified experience, okay? But definitely getting involved with people, especially, in a romantic way and even platonically, sometimes that can kind of fall by the wayside. So be mindful, okay? Sometimes try to keep it as professional as you can. Sometimes that's hard, and so someone's going to have to be the bigger person just to avoid, again, I'm not going to get too deep into it because this could just be, slight flirting, not fraternizing, that could be misread by others. So somebody's got to be the bigger person here, okay? So let's go ahead and get into what the outcome is of the energy. Again, I'm just going to lightly shuffle Sagittarius. Again, I'm not trying to get into nothing. Could be some Pisces energy in here in this reading. Pisces is famous for, it is a water sign. However, in tarot, they are the moon energy, okay, which is things that are always hidden, okay? And so out of respect for the collective, I'm not going to dig too deep into the situation. You know your situation anyway. So I ain't trying to air out all your business. So let's go ahead and keep this little shuffle going here, and I'll go ahead and cut by threes. The energy is just saying to keep shuffling lightly. And I'm just waiting to stop. We're not going to cut. Till I feel like we need to stop. Sometimes a jump card may come out and I'll take it, but I'm just going to go based upon when to stop. And I think that's good. We're going to go one from the top and one from the bottom. Same thing applies here. One for yourself, one towards the situation, or both for yourself, or both towards the situation and or person, okay? First message, Reconciliation. Okay, reconciliation. This is one that's never came out before, first time ever. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. This could be for a totally different group of Sagittariuses. Okay, this could have something to do with the first row here in the sense of needing some explanation on some things, maybe in the sense of someone already possibly coming back into your life. Maybe your friends, or it ended amicably, and so this person is now popping up now, wanting to reconcile things from the past. Okay, but someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, now for others of you, it may not be technically the person, it could be possibly the traits of a previous person that are showing in another person. Okay, I talk about energy transference a little bit in like Bring Back the Intimacy readings, and maybe a few of the Heart's Desire readings, but pretty much, and I keep saying I'm going to do it, but I just haven't gotten down to the time to really sit and write everything out of what I want to say. But relationship pies are talked about on these readings, all my love readings. Okay, and so there could be a possibility that someone has maybe a list of standards, maybe that you've collected throughout previous relationships, to maybe say things that you liked in regards to previous relationships, and this particular person's traits from your past are kind of showing in another person, which is what makes them attractive. Okay, and so kind of consider that. Okay, and so maybe that past relationship, while toxic possibly, there were some things that you really did enjoy from the relationship, and so that is now emanating in your current connection or possible connection, that is actually attractive to you. And it's kind of like energetic reconciliation in the sense of maybe another chance, but with a different person, and maybe it would be, you know, a better outcome than the past. Okay, we get deep here. Okay, let's get into this. This is probably the deepest I've ever gotten with Sagittarius. Okay, so here we go with this last message to wrap you guys up. Make the effort. Okay, make the effort is the second message. Another new message here. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Okay, so that means make an effort, you guys, with this new connection that you have. Okay, it's obviously worth it if you've especially been hanging with this person pretty tough. Maybe within, usually, my opinion in relationships, let's say you started off as friends, you went from friends to dating for at least 2 years. If someone makes it past the 2 year mark, you obviously have something that's worth, keeping. Okay, and so if you make it past 2 years with someone, then and they make it three, and they help you grow, they help you mature, they bring just a very beautiful positive energy into your life, then there's no reason to disconnect that. Okay, just openly talk to them about what it is that you really want or want to see improve in the relationship between the two of you. Okay, because it's all about communication when it comes to relationships. By year 3, 4, you should know each other's love languages, and it should be this really beautiful energy between the two of you. Okay, so kind of take that into consideration. All right, so with that being said, Sagittarius, I think that is all that I have for you guys, and that's where I'm going to end it. Okay, you guys are the last of the collectives done for all the groups. So I will be going on a little hiatus from now going into February. There will be a few sporadic readings here and there as needed. But if you need anything from me, by all means, check out the playlist on my channel. So that way you can kind of dig into past energy, and that should be pretty helpful for you until your next reading. So until then, happy holidays to all of you, and until next time, peace.